Well, welcome back to my journey. And just like I thought, I didn't die, or any of my worst fears of going crazy, or all the other things that you think of when you're having a panic attack didn't happen. Again, you know that because here I am again. And I know that because here I am again. I didn't want to make a video like that. I was scared to. One, it makes you pretty vulnerable, kind of puts you out there. I have now started setting these videos for public consumption on YouTube for their. So again, we're going to test the theory if a tree falls in the woods and all that. Um, but I realize that mine's one, and it's like a needle in a haystack. So the universe will lead the person who's supposed to find these videos that's going to get something from them, maybe some encouragement, whatever. I know, and again, if nobody does, then these are for me. Um, I'm making this video this morning, really just as a follow-up to that last video. I felt kind of strange. I wasn't sure how I was going to follow that up, and I really just wanted to say that making the video actually made me feel better. So again, it reinforces the notion that yes, changing your thoughts, busying yourself, all those things. And again, that doesn't mean it made it fantastic or anything like that, but better. And anybody watching this will take better if they're having a panic attack, or a false alarm. I guess I'm grateful for that experience because in that moment I came over to my desk and sat down and just clicked on the camera and started recording. And like I said, I don't want to be whiny. I didn't want to make this about all the symptoms and whatever. People can Google that. I can empathize with everyone out there. I mean, if I look up a symptom, I've probably had it. And the problem with that is, like I've said in the past, is I think if we know that those symptoms are possible, I think it's more apt that we have them. So, but even still, it doesn't take away from what they are. It doesn't take away from the feelings. It doesn't take away from the loneliness, the feelings of despair, but that's not really the word I want. It's just the feelings of being out of control. I guess it comes down to being out of control, I guess. Anyway, this is going to be a short video. I wasn't sure how to follow up what I did, so this is that follow up. Kind of a confirmation. I'm here. I have had some more. Like I said, this part of the reason I'm doing this is to try to document the process of coming off of the benzodiazepines, the medications, and whether or not it's even a good idea. I guess for me, that's the journey that I'm going to take. Because I've really never. I've even asked the question online, a long time ago. Do people do this who have anxiety? I know because people go on benzodiazepines for all sorts of reasons. For me personally, it was for anxiety specifically. So coming off, some of the arguments are, well, of course, your anxiety is now coming back. Well, is that true? One, did I ever really deal with it? I'll agree with that. No. I drugged it. I tried to deal with it. I've been doing this for so long now. I literally have a doctor who's passed away, therapists who are either no longer practicing or, to my knowledge, no longer on this planet. So it hasn't been like I haven't tried, but actually I think, again, everyone's journey is exactly that. It's the journey that they're supposed to take. So I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Very cliche. I hate it actually to even say that, but I have to believe that that's true. So for whatever that's worth to whoever's out there, to me, it gives me something to get me through the day. That I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. each one of us is a unique individual spark of divinity or light or whatever you want to call it. And just going to keep pressing on one day at a time, one moment at a time, sometimes literally 1 second at a time, but just, doing the things that are being placed in front of me. And, right now, if I feel like meditation is that thing to help quiet my mind, to help put me in a better place. I was kind of doing it a little easier. Now all of a sudden it's becoming, I think it's, again, that perfectionist streak. I'm trying to make it more than it is rather than just let it be. So if any of you out there can relate to that, I'm there. And trying to fill my days with things that interest me that aren't about just getting better, because what we focus on grows. And if it was as easy as focus on getting better and having get better, then that would work. But I think it's because I'm focusing on the negative and not the positive of where I'm at, where I'm going. And those are the things I need to fill up my life with. So anyway, again, this is just a follow-up. Felt a little strange making that video, but I thought it was appropriate at the time, and actually now I still do. Maybe I'll do more like those when I am, actually I'm going to have to, because, the times that anyway, I'm going to have to sit in front of this microphone when I'm not feeling, a little more balanced and a little more whatever. And I think that's a theme for my life is never going to be perfect. There's always going to be ups and always going to be downs. And then you just kind of roll with it and do with what you can and do the best you can. And I need to commit to this more, to make more content, for myself. And again, hopefully for somebody out there, but for myself, so that I can continue to look back and see. So they're not just thoughts in my head. It's something that I'm actually doing and putting down on paper. Or actually on video. I've thought about putting things down on paper, but again, as I joked about in my very first video, my reading glasses, I really kind of just use my wife's reading glasses, and I need a new prescription. So most of this is off the cuff, although I am thinking of doing some videos about the Ashton Protocol itself, things that I've done with holistic doctors in the very beginning, how I got there. It was specifically for my daughter, actually, for things that she was going through. But at the same time, I was looking for me, and I was willing to try anything. The things that I did that I think are important for people to at least look at. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not whatever, but things that I think have helped very much along the line, that have made my journey up to this point, I think, much more manageable than what I've read other people's to be. And again, even the psychological effects of that and the things that I need to continue to do. And those, I'm learning those as I go now. So, and I'll be sharing those with myself and anyone who comes across these as I find them. I do find reading to be, I can't read for long periods of time, like having glasses on, again, like the light sensitivity and whatever, again, whether that's a thing or not, it is for me. I guess until it's not. So, but putting the glasses on kind of seems to rev me up. I don't know. But at the same time, having said that, reading books that are positive, that are kind of kick me in the ass mentally and physically. I think there's always this Bowflex behind me, which people are like, oh, I must be working out. And no, it's a coat rack like most people's houses. But for me, it's a little different. I really want to be on it. There's a treadmill behind me as well, which I used to be on all the time. Now when I get on them, it seems to key me up more than it, so I'm almost get off, and I don't know. So that's something that I'm working on, and again, I think that's become ingrained in me to where I'm almost afraid now to go and do those things. So I know muscular, again, become very stiff, become very sore, heating pads, whatever. Again, not trying to get into that, but even doing very, very lightweight, so stretching, and even sometimes doing that some days, if I just do stretching and whatever, it seems like it'll come back and bite me a little bit. But again, how much of that is, real? And even if it is, maybe if I keep doing it and being a little more, consistent at it, that'll pass, or at least alleviate some, so that I can, because I would like to build myself back up, in all ways, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. And I know that's one that's badly lacking. But my diet, I've cleaned up my diet quite a bit, which is, again, that would be going back to the holistic side. I think I want to go more plant-based, which wouldn't be too hard because I'm kind of paleo at this point, and I eat, but I think I've been reading a lot about vibration, and I think eating live plants, live things that have a high energy that'll, literally get into your body. And again, that's another video, and I'm rambling. This was supposed to be short. Anyway, like I said, I'm here 100% of the time, like I said last time, and yeah, it was a ride, and had some since then, obviously, but that's okay. That's what this journey is about, and it's learning to deal with them one day at a time. And the more I face them and the more I do them, then I think the better. I want to say this, coming off the medication, the other reason is because when people ask me what the difference is, since it doesn't seem like, I'm seeing a lot of changes as far as my anxiety levels go. In fact, maybe sometimes it's worse because of, I think, the withdrawal from coming off the medications, but that's just my opinion. I feel things that I haven't felt maybe almost ever. And I think that's part of this journey now. I'm coming into feeling emotions, that I've been drugging out, again, legally, for the majority of my life. And sometimes they're amazing, and other times they're very scary, or just odd, or just, strange. And they invoke anxiety. I don't think intentionally, but it's just, I'm not sure what to do with them. But I see that as a good thing. I think we're here to, to live, to love, to feel. And not that I didn't feel, and not that I don't love, in the past. It's just, it's different. It's like a veil is kind of lifting. And I know I'm only, I don't know, maybe 30% through. But that's okay as well. And if I think about that, it'll drive me crazy when I start doing the math and how I'm coming off the medication. But my hope is, and my intention is, that will start to increase and get easier as time goes by, and as I get more into this. Anyway, for what that's worth, I don't know if this would help anyone, but it just, for me, I wanted to put this on camera and say, here I am, still here, and that thank you for being a part of my journey. And again, like I said, this is public now, so who knows? The right person out there will find it, and maybe it'll touch them and give them some motivation. And I know, again, I keep going back and watching them, and it motivates me to be better, to want to be a better person, to want to give back as much as I can, which is where I guess taking notes and just being more consistent with doing this would, is going to help that. Anyway, with that, love and light to everyone out there. And thank you again for watching my journey, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.